Then, what about the case study? The case study, though, it's not on demand, but it's got some flexibility to it. How so? There are 4 sittings of the case study in a year. There are 4 sittings of the case study in a year. Oh, all right. When are they? Firstly, it's in May. It will sound weird when I say firstly, but walk with me. The first one is in May. Second one is in August. Then, thirdly, it is what? It is in November. And finally, it is in Feb. Oh, so Renard, why do you start with Feb? Because I want to explain the next process. So the case study, it's written. You write essays. So if you are escaping discussion, there's no escape. And I think at this point, one needs to realize that the profession is not a shortcut, or it's not an escape to hard work, to commitment, to learning. So you then have a case study exam. So therefore, it's not marked by computer, it's manually marked. So how does this case study exam work? So yes, it's written in the same sentence as the objective test. That's another thing. But as you can see, only 4 times per year. Now, how is it structured? Because we've already spoken about the structure of the objective test. How about this one? So this one has got 3 components. It's got 1, the pre-seen, and 2, the unseen, and 3, a task list. What is the unseen, the pre-seen? The pre-seen is, let me call it, the background of the company that you will be working for as part of this case study exam. Because obviously, if you have to add value, you don't just wake up and add value in a random company. Even if you're a consultant, you will come in as a consultant and first try to understand the business, and you'll be given documents to study, or you'll do your own research before that. But you need to understand the company. So where do you get this and see this pre-seen, and how far before you see it? So the pre-seen comes out about 7 weeks prior to sitting for the assessment. For instance, early April, we got the pre-seen for the May 2024 sitting. So do you see the May 2024 sitting for strategic? It's around what? The 20th of May. So that's the 7 weeks I'm talking about. So you've got this background, you are dealing with it, you are applying all those things that we've learned in the respective level. Then you get on the day. They provide you with more information. So this more information could be given as an email, a presentation, an article, and it will now give rise to a task. Maybe in the pre-seen information, you were told that the company is considering on growing and it's interested in partnering with local partners in local companies in a foreign country. But the negotiations are still happening. They are expected to be finalized over the next couple of weeks. Then you get to on the day. We have now finalized the agreement, and these are the terms that have been proposed, and we need to just make sure that these are favorable to us before we proceed. That will be a typical unseen. And what are the tasks? The task is, please evaluate this for me and discuss the advantages and the disadvantages of this. evaluate this for me or analyze this for me and discuss for me the risks that are inherent in this new proposal, in this new partner, in the funding structure. So those are the typical kind of tasks. So there will be about 3 tasks and let's say 3 unseen documents, and each having its own tasks. So the exam is about 3 hours. And the interesting thing is that each task will be allocated what? Will be allocated a time. And after the time has expired, the task closes and you have to move on. Talk about a new world of time management, right? So they are teaching you how to be strict with your time. So we are going to talk about how do they assess you? How do you pass? How does a task look like? How do you prepare? How do you know what is coming? So in this series, we've got a lot to unpack. But for now, just understand the assessment structure. So now, you write and you then what? Get assessed and get your results sometime after a couple of weeks. But let me talk about the other sittings. So let's say that I said that the pre-scene for the May sitting came out in April. But you might be saying that, sure, May is very difficult for me. I have to prepare for audit. But after 30 June, I'm going to be in a much better position. Guess what? The same pre-scene that came out early April, you can use it for the August sitting. Yes, word for word. It's not going to be adapted anytime soon. It's word for word. So it means literally you've got more time in it. So maybe you're saying that I'm one of those people that before I add value in a company, I need to spend a couple of months. So they're saying spend a couple of months, we believe you. So you can then sit for the case study in what? In August. Then same process when it comes to November and Feb sitting. After the August sitting, then a new pre-scene comes out, which is used for the first time in the November sitting and second time in the February sitting. So that's why I was not counting February 1st as the first sitting, because it is like a continuation of the pre-scene from the prior year. Then, in addition, you will notice when you go into the website that there are 3 dates for each. So how does that work? So it means that in May, there will be exam day number 1, exam day number 2, and exam day number 3. You choose whichever. You might be saying that I will definitely want to choose what? Day 3, because if I've got a friend who's sitting for day 1, then they will tell me what came and I can just better prepare. No. Each of those 3 exams have got their own what? They've got their own unseen. Brilliant, right? So each of them have got their own unseen. So we will then have what? We will then have a total of 6 sittings for one pre-scene material, because there will be 3 for the May sitting and 3 for the August. So if you are talking about revising before you sit for your own case study, no need to worry. You've got ample material. And in this series, I'm going to show you, we're going to work together. You're going to understand how to really be prepared on this journey. That's what these videos are for. That's what this partnership is all about. Some of the videos are a little bit long. As you can see, we are in 13 minutes into this one. Some are very short. But what I just want you to do, I don't want you to go in blindly. I don't want you to go in as if it's something that you're compelled to do, but I want you to embrace it and get the very best out of it. There's quite a lot of resources, and as I'm saying, my objective is to bring it together for you. So let's go a little bit more into the exams.